Hello students, welcome to BioDigest. We are dealing with the endocrine system. Please do watch my previous videos for more details. Today we will be discussing about the pituitary gland. As I told you in the previous videos, the location is very important. So where is the location of pituitary gland? It hangs from the base of the midbrain below hypothalamus. So this is the location of pituitary gland. It hangs from the base of the midbrain below hypothalamus. It's a very small gland, almost the size of a pea. Okay, it will be looking similar to a pea. A pea-shaped structure that will be hanging from the base of the midbrain below the hypothalamus. Now this pituitary is having one more speciality. It is called as the master gland. So why pituitary is called as the master gland? It is because it is this pituitary gland that will be practically controlling all other endocrine glands. So all the endocrine glands are actually controlled by what? It is actually controlled by the pituitary gland. So because of which pituitary gland is also called as the master gland. This is a board exam question that can usually come for the exam. Why pituitary is called as the master gland? Because it seems to control practically all other endocrine glands. That is the answer. Now coming to this pituitary gland, let me just show you. If this is the hypothalamus. Okay, this is hypothalamus. Hanging from here, you will be able to see a structure like this, which is what is known as the pituitary gland. Now, the pituitary gland is having lobes. This is the anterior pituitary. This is the posterior lobe. Now, the front part of the posterior pituitary is actually entirely different from the remaining part. And it is having a name. It is what is called as the intermediate lobe. Okay, so I am showing that. Usually in humans, this intermediate lobe is absent. But the intermediate lobe is usually found in lower animals. Okay, but I am showing that intermediate lobe also here. So this is actually the structure of the pituitary gland. It is having an anterior lobe, a posterior lobe. The front portion of the posterior lobe is entirely different from the remaining part. So it is known as the intermediate lobe. This intermediate lobe is usually absent in the case of humans and usually found in the case of lower animals. Now coming to the secretions or the so-called hormones of the pituitary gland. Okay, so we will divide according to the lobes. So anterior lobe. Which are the hormones secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland? The first hormone that is secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland is what is known as growth hormone, which is represented as GH. Otherwise, it is also called as somatotropin. This is actually derived from two words, somatic and tropic. Somatic, which means body, and tropic, which means stimulating. So I hope you understood now what is the meaning of somatotropin. Okay, that means this is actually the hormone that is helping in the growth of the body, stimulates growth. Now there can be under secretion and over secretion of this hormone. Under secretion, I told you, it is known as hyposecretion. So if under secretion happens in childhood, it causes a condition called as dwarfism. Okay, so dwarfism is resulted because of under secretion of growth hormone. Dwarfism means the child will not be growing. Okay, too short people. That is what is known as dwarfs. That is mainly resulted because of under secretion of growth hormone. Now, over secretion can also happen. Okay, over secretion means hyper secretion. So, what is the result of over secretion of the growth hormone? It will be causing gigantism. So, if growth hormone is secreted than the normal, then it will be resulting in human giants who will be usually growing almost 2.7 meters high. That means too tall. Okay, so that is actually resulted because of over secretion of growth hormone. Now, over secretion of growth hormone can also happen in an adult. If it is happening in an adult, it will lead to a condition called as acromegaly. So what are the symptoms of this? Usually the facial bonds will be elongating. The bonds of the hands, the bonds of the legs, all these will get elongated. That means they are actually growing. So large sized nose, thick lips, then facial bonds elongated, elongation of the bonds of the hands and the legs, all these are resulted because of acromegaly. So what is acromegaly? It is actually over secretion of growth hormone, which happens in an adult. Okay, so that is about growth hormone, otherwise somatotropin. Under secretion is causing dwarfism in children. Over secretion in children will be causing gigantism, and over secretion in an adult will be resulting in acromegaly. Now coming to the next hormone, that is again secreted from the anterior lobe, that is thyroid stimulating hormone. The name itself is giving an idea, thyroid stimulating hormone. This actually stimulates the thyroid gland to secrete thyroxine hormone. So that is the main function of thyroid stimulating hormone, otherwise called as TSH. Okay, that is the short form, thyroid stimulating hormone, which stimulates the thyroid so that it will secrete thyroxine hormone. Another is adrenocorticotropic hormone. The short form is ACTH. Okay, adrenocorticotropic hormone. I am writing all this in capitals so that you also can understand. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. The name again is giving an idea. So this hormone actually will be stimulating the adrenal cortex, so that the adrenal cortex will secrete the hormone. So that is adrenocorticotropic hormone's function. The next hormone that is secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland is gonadotropic hormone. Again, here also the name is giving an idea. It stimulates the gonads, that is the testes and the ovaries. So that is the main function of gonadotropic hormone. Under this comes three other hormones. Gonadotropic hormone, it is actually of three types. One is the follicle stimulating hormone, which is otherwise called as FSH. Okay, that is the short form. So what does this hormone do in our body? It stimulates the egg formation in the case of females and sperm production in the case of males. So actually it is helping in egg production as well as sperm production in humans. Second type is luteinizing hormone, otherwise LH. What does this do? This actually stimulates the corpus luteum in the case of females, so that it will be helping in the production of the female hormone progesterone, as well as it stimulates the testes to produce the male hormone testosterone. That is the function of luteinizing hormone. The third type of gonadotropic hormone is prolactin. This will be actually produced in human females only after delivery. Okay, this actually stimulates milk secretion. So this will be taking place only after delivery. So that is about the three types of gonadotropic hormone. So anterior lobe of the pituitary gland is secreting growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone and gonadotropic hormones. Already the functions have been discussed. Now we will move to the posterior pituitary. Which are the hormones secreted by the posterior pituitary? Posterior lobe is producing a hormone known as antidiuretic hormone. Otherwise ADH, or it is also called as vasopressin. So antidiuretic hormone. What is the role of this particular hormone in our body? This actually stimulates the kidney tubules so that the kidney tubules will reabsorb maximum water. Okay, from where? From the so-called forming urine, thereby making the urine concentrated. But there can be under secretion of ADH or vasopressin that can happen in the body. So if under secretion of ADH happens in the body, it will result in a diabetes. It is what is known as diabetes insipidus, otherwise called as water diabetes. So what is this water diabetes? Water diabetes means as there is insufficient secretion of ADH, otherwise vasopressin, the kidney tubules will not be reabsorbing much water from the urine, as a result of which too much water will be lost while urinating. So from the body there will be too loss of water that can happen. That condition is what is known as diabetes insipidus, otherwise water diabetes. The person will feel like urinating frequently. So as a result of which water loss will be taking place from the body. And so because of which the person will be feeling thirsty. Okay, so that is water diabetes or diabetes insipidus, which is actually resulted because of under secretion of vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone. One more hormone is secreted by the posterior pituitary, that is oxytocin. I am underlining the names of the hormones. So this is one hormone, antidiuretic hormone. This is the next one, that is oxytocin. Oxytocin, what is the role of this? This actually will be helping in contraction of the uterus during delivery. Okay, so at the time of delivery, the uterus will continuously contract and contract. So when the contraction is going on, increasing further and further, what happens? This will be helping in bringing about that child out of the uterus. So that is the function of oxytocin. It brings about the contractions of the uterus during childbirth. At the same time, it is also helping in milk secretion. So that is about the hormones that is secreted by the posterior pituitary. Okay, so I hope pituitary gland is clear to everyone. So this is the structure of the pituitary gland. I am showing in dots. This is the anterior lobe, posterior lobe. Then there is an intermediate lobe which is usually absent in humans but usually found in lower animals. Hope the topic is clear to everyone. Let us recall the pituitary gland. Location. It hangs from the base of the midbrain below hypothalamus. Popularly, it is called as the master gland because it seems to control practically all other endocrine glands. Pituitary gland has two distinct lobes, the anterior pituitary and the posterior pituitary. Hormones from anterior pituitary. Growth hormone. It is essential for normal growth. Also called somatotropin. The deficiency of growth hormone in childhood results in dwarfism. The oversecretion in childhood results in gigantism. The oversecretion of growth hormone in an adult results in acromegaly. Thyroid stimulating hormone activates the thyroid to secrete thyroxine. Gonad stimulating hormone regulate the activities of the testes and ovaries. Adrenocorticotropic hormone regulates the activity of adrenal cortex. Hormones from posterior pituitary. The antidiuretic hormone, also called vasopressin. It acts on the kidney, increasing reabsorption of water from the kidney tubules. Deficiency of ADH causes diabetes insipidus. Oxytocin. It stimulates the vigorous contractions of the uterus in a pregnant mother, leading to the birth of the baby. Please do subscribe Bio Digest. Thank you.